And he's done it before. He could tell people to fuck off. Does the chat want to know about it?
Guess what my boss is gonna say? He's not gonna say, "Oh, take a
He
break."
doesn't have a fucking boss, Martinez. Rolando, do you know the name Hasan of House Piker?
Why? Yes, I do. He's a personal friend of mine.
Oh, really? Oh, must be nice. Anyways, earlier this week, he got into some controversy, kind of, because he made the comment, and I quote, "A real job doesn't suck the soul out of you in the same way that streaming absolutely will." Because he is a streamer, and he believes that streaming is harder than a real job, which is great, I guess.
Do you? Let me ask you this first. Do you consider yourself a bit of a streamer, or a hobby type streamer?
I'm a hobby type streamer, but let's go over our employment background real quick. My name is Derek Kwan. I was in the military, active duty army for 4 years, National Guard for 3. I did IT contracting and a lot of retail and food industries, like particularly like restaurants. That's my employment. Martinez, you is a little bit similar to that.
Wow, way to put my name out there. I wanted to stay anonymous because I want to run for president in the year 2050. But sure, you already put my name out there.
You'll be fine.
But yeah, there's so many Martinez's in California. Anyways, graduated high school, class of 09. Yeah, don't do the math there. First job, selling ice cream. Second job, McDonald's. And soon after, Kmart. RIP Kmart. Yep, RIP Kmart. And then after that, I joined the military.
Yep. And now you're in HVAC, right?
I currently do HVAC.
Yeah. So it's safe to say that we have some work experience, mostly like labor inducive retail stuff. So how do you feel about this comment that he made?
I'm assuming he's never worked a blue collar job in his life.
I think that is accurate. Actually, let me show you the clip first.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will.
Yeah.
So, yes, a real.
So that's the clip of what he said. He did say that it was a little bit out of context. Just gonna put it out there, it's kind of a dumb take. Just from this clip alone. I don't know if you agree or not. Just because
I do think it's a bit of a dumb take.
Yeah.
I think I think he is correct. Dude, imagine doing 9 hours of streaming on your ass.
I mean, do you know of Hasan's content? Because I know he was in like some controversy as well, where he would like play a like full 30-minute hour video while he just walks away from the camera. Like for his take on that was he wants to make lunch, so he just plays a random person's video and does whatever.
And he makes money.
Yeah, he makes money. He's a millionaire, actually, as a matter of fact. Which, look, whether or not you agree with him, this take alone's like really out of touch, in my opinion. Just because his chat and most people who watch him, most people who will watch this clip, probably aren't millionaires. Is one of those things where like you don't really hear, like, I'm pretty sure Warren Buffett is not always happy. If he was, then He's probably like a robot NPC reptilian guy. I'm sure he also has problems. He's never gonna tell the people that he's depressed, right? Because it's like, who the fuck cares? You have money. That's like the first thing people are gonna say.
Right, and if the quote I like is if money doesn't bring you happiness, then you're spending it the wrong way. End
Exactly.
quote. Mm.
So that alone, like, whether whatever his context is, like that alone, like, is mostly like why people are like really angry with him. Uh,
And who is these people?
just a general like internet. A lot of commentary
The,
channels
net-
have
the
uh
netizens?
netizens. I guess is like a K-pop term, but yeah, netizens. Um, commentary channels. Moist Critical, Penguin Zero, Destiny, Chud Logic. A lot of people have talked about this. It's been a week, so it makes sense. But we are now gonna watch his context video, like the context of this.
No, 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 no. Social battery wise, unless you're in fucking retail, it's very different. You're out of touch. I'm gonna die, dude. There's motherfuckers who are accountants in here and they're misunderstanding what I'm saying. A
Well,
real job does
let,
not
can we also just talk
No.
about like this dude
In
only
his
had one job? Uh,
in his defense, that's true. In his defense, that's very true. Um, we're talking for so many hours. That's and that's his job, right? So anyone would be tired of doing their own job. Imagine you cooking pizzas or whatever job you previously did for nonstop
well, I
days
mean,
on.
yeah, but it's also like you have to like his take is streaming is the hardest job he's had, social battery one,
I
which
believe
is
because I'm the type of guy that needs a social battery recharge.
oh yeah, but you're also an introvert. Hey, you might actually like him. You're also a liberal, so maybe you're doing a whole Hasan worship. Like, okay, let's finish the clip.
spend your social battery in the same fucking way as someone who did a sales job, a real job. Okay. I'm telling you, as someone who did both, like 9 hours of constant performance and people pleasing taps you out from social scenarios. After 9 hours of that, I could probably do fucking physical labor. It would not bother me.
Okay, so all right, so here's a problem, right? Let's just break down like his employment, like because his statement is this is streaming is probably like the hardest job social battery wise. But that's like here's the first part is let's just get this. Um, he only had one job from what I'm thinking. Right, hear me out. He's Hassan's about 32 years old. He's been streaming for about 6 years. So what's that? 32 minus six.
Come on, you're Asian. You're supposed to fucking pop that answer out
Yeah,
quick.
it's fucking. He was like 26 when he started streaming. From what I've gathered, he only had one job, which was in sales. Can you guess what company he worked for?
His parents.
The Young Turk. Well, close. The Young Turks, which is owned by his uncle.
Oh, damn! This guy has it made.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like Hassan likes to talk about like he talks about being good faith, but he's also kind of like he really uses a lot of circumstantial evidences. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on him. He was probably like good, right? He probably didn't have to do shit, and his
Mhm.
status because he's the nephew of the owner of the Young Turks. I feel like what's the term where you could
Entitled.
do wait what?
Entitled.
Not entitled, like he could probably not do shit and still get away with it just because of his status.
I think that's entitled.
Okay, yeah, well, he's kind of entitled a little bit. And uh, it's, I don't know, like, is this a bad take? Is streaming really, like, the hardest job? No, which isn't what
No,
he's saying. Like,
no. He didn't. He's made that clear that he didn't mean to make it sound like, oh, this is the most difficult job in the world.
that
No, because he
is,
clearly stated he understands there's other more difficult jobs like being a doctor, being a teacher, being someone that does blue collar stuff.
well,
I think
yeah, it's
he's
social battery
very lucky.
wise.
Yeah, he's very lucky to have grown up with some money and have family that give him a really good employment job, and so therefore, in his defense, I accept that this is all he knows how to do, and he does it well. Heck, he makes thousands, right?
Bro, he's a
Wouldn't
millionaire.
yeah? Wouldn't you like to make thousands? And if someone shits on you for being a great streamer, wouldn't you be defensive about it?
Is he a great well, that's kind of like um the
I mean,
problem isn't
yeah,
like whether he's a good streamer or not. It's the fact that he he is I here's a hot take. I don't think streaming is social battery wise the hardest job out there. That's just my take. I disagree with him on that.
okay.
Just
Um, what's the longest you streamed for?
no, well, no, don't talk. Well, I'm not saying like it's not hard. I'm saying there's harder things. You gotta think about Hasan's like he can pretty much, and he's done it before. He could tell people to fuck off on his stream, ban people if they like disagree with him. You try doing that in your job or in a customer service job, right? Imagine you're in a restaurant and you're dealing with a fucking Karen and they're telling you like all this shit. You can't tell them fuck you. You're gonna have to like people please.
Yeah, that comes with the job. Hmm.
Okay, well let's finish the clip.
But I can't fucking do
Fail
more
that part.
social shit. That's my point.
Paco,
What?
is this a shit on Hassan video?
Yes, actually, yeah, it is. Let's be real here.
Okay.
I just disagree with his. I just disagree with his take that stream. I'm not saying streaming is hard. I'm not saying streaming isn't hard. I'm just saying the chances are like he just sounds really entitled, and there are like you could probably say that there are more draining jobs right
Hmm.
out there.
Like, there are obviously real jobs out there that are good comparisons. Service sector, people pleasing jobs would be very similar. Those are like, I think, customer service type shit. But like, if you're an accountant or if you're even like in sales, my interactions with clients was limited, way more limited than like constantly having to do this for 9 hours with like a back and forth interaction for 9 hours. That's what like sucks your social battery and you just tap out after it.
I really don't see anything wrong with that statement.
Well, yeah, I mean, go ahead. I forgot what I was gonna say.
No, I said I have no disagreement with the statement he just said, and I asked you to convince me otherwise.
he he said there's a good contender. I'm saying like he's very out of touch. We can agree that he's out of touch, right?
Uh, sure. From what I'm seeing in this clip, I'm just gonna go with the cautionary. Sure.
Well, I mean, it all depends on how, because he doesn't even have to stream that often. He's saying 9 hours, but he could like get off if he wants to, right? He could do like 4 or 5 hour streams, and he's still gonna make a lot of money because he's like, what, like a 30,000 viewer like streamer.
Mm-hmm.
If if look, if you think it's that hard, you just stop early, right? I don't think he has a contract where he has to stream 9 hours.
Okay.
It's just the fact that, like, imagine if I said, God, making pizzas and talking to people and all this is so hard, and you're telling me like deal with it. It's like, yeah, I have to deal with it because I have to do this for like 8 hours a day. He could get off if he wants to. I can't tell my boss to fuck off. He doesn't have a boss. He is self-employed. That's first and foremost. Like, if he wants to, he could just say, I don't feel like streaming today. I'm going to take the day off. I don't have that luxury to do that. I'm pretty sure you don't have that luxury to do that either.
No, I don't.
So we can't really, yeah, because we have our own bosses. He is his own boss. I don't know. It just feels so out of touch.
I think if he was on Trash Taste, he's a friend of mine.
He's a friend of yours? Oh. Well, I mean, like, you might like it. All depends on like if
I was trying to say, if any one of the boys bring anyone, the boys from Trash Taste bringing anyone to the show, I think they're pretty cool.
All right. He's also liberal, so you might actually like his stream.
I'm not much of a stream watcher. What makes you think I'm liberal?
Because you told me you're liberal.
When?
You said you have liberal views.
Yeah, liberal views. Doesn't make me liberal.
Well, are you a conservative? Are you libertarian?
I would say I lean more towards the libertarian.
The point, I don't know. He's so out of touch, right? Like, this is an out of touch take. Again, I'm not saying like, going back to the Warren Buffett analogy, I'm not saying Warren Buffett has a great life. Probably just don't want to hear his problems though. They're like, if Warren Buffett had problems, would he talk to the people or would he talk to other billionaires?
He would talk to other billionaires.
If Hasan, who's a streamer, is tired and has a lot of problems, would he talk to the people or would he talk to other streamers who would probably like relate to his situation?
I would say he would talk to other streamers that relate to his situation.
Why is he talking to his chat about it?
Because the chat wants to know about it.
The chat doesn't. I don't even think the chat wants to know about it. That's the thing.
You just told me he's talking to the chat.
Well, he's talking to the chat. Does the chat want to know about it though?
Well, honestly, here's another defensive take. He streams so much. He makes so many videos. He's got to talk about something, right?
We got 6 hours, so he does stream a lot. I'm just saying, like no, just literally just stop streaming. Hey, take the day off. Here's an idea. Take the day off. You don't have to. You make too much money. He has he has millions of dollars. He bought like a mansion.
You know what? You're sounding like a liberal right now. Wow.
He's a liberal. He's one of those fucking socialist.
Maybe the
Hey,
man,
no,
maybe the man likes money.
he
And
he
how do you
he.
make money? You work.
His statement is fucking tax the rich. He's the rich. But when he got called out for his fucking how much money he made, he was just like, "Hey, call me out for it." He still makes him a lot of money.
Uh-huh.
It's fucking
Hey,
absolutely hypocritical.
oh my God, you are such a liberal right now.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm saying like it's the fact that he's a liberal. He's saying like, "Hey, we should tax Warren Buffett a lot of money," and he's still like, he doesn't. When it comes to him, he doesn't give a shit.
Hey,
He
you know
just
what that
says,
brings
he
him?
just
More
says,
people.
"Hey,
You know what?
why do
You know what that brings him? More people to hate on him. You know what that brings him? More people to shit on him. And guess what? Any publicity is good publicity. So therefore, he's making more money, trying to, make
So
you
you're
angry.
telling me he's a
You angry
liar?
right now.
You're telling me he's a
You are.
liar? He's a secret conservative? I'll get behind that. I think I genuinely think he is a secret conservative.
Wouldn't you, if you were offered a way to make, millions of dollars by taking a different viewpoint? Wouldn't you?
No, because I'm a piece of shit.
Damn. Everybody has a price.
Everyone does have a price. We're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is
That's
what is your statement? Let's recap. What is your statement right now?
my
Let's see if
statement
we
is
agree with each other.
okay. My statement is that Hasan mentioned that 9 hours of streaming is very difficult. I agree.
Yep.
In his personal job experience, that's probably one of the most difficult things he's done. Okay. And he goes out of his way to mention that, there's other more difficult jobs in the world that's more difficult than his. But for him, streaming is difficult. So
Okay.
I really don't think he said anything bad. I really think people are just nitpicking and just want to take a shit down his throat. And end statement.
My statement is my closing argument is streaming is a difficult job. Uh Whether Hassan is good at streaming or not, he is good at streaming. Whether he like doesn't have like breaks or pauses where he doesn't do anything, where he just like watches videos and whatever the fuck, that's up for debate. But streaming is definitely a hard job, probably really difficult, as he said, to stream for 9 hours a day nonstop. uh but maybe talk to someone who can relate to more can relate to that more, just because the fact that you are your own boss. You could probably get off stream if you want to. You saw there was like a stream where he only streamed 6 hours. Do that. He makes he makes too much money. Not saying it as like a liberal thing, just saying he objectively makes a lot of money.
So maybe another extra 2 3 hours makes him an extra couple grand. That's pretty damn good, man.
If you're tired, you should not stream. His mental health is really important, and he
Wow.
has the luxury to not stream if he wants to.
Do you know how many hours I work in the sun, especially in the summertime, and I want to stop? Guess what my boss is gonna say? He's not gonna say, "Oh, take a
He
break,
doesn't have a fucking boss, Martinez.
take a
He
mental."
doesn't have to work if he wants to. He can take a two. This is why I fucking.
Hey,
Here's
hey, hold
another
on.
fucking example. Like, here's an example of someone who does this, who did
Man
like
has
who talked about this even better. Fucking Matt Pat, who literally reached out
his
saying, "I fucking love this. I want to do this more, but it's just mentally draining. I can't do this anymore, so I'm going to quit." The fucking
for
all Hassan's doing is
people.
fucking complaining. He's just complaining. Matt,
Maybe ask Charlie for it. Maybe ask.
He doesn't have a boss. You're agreeing with me because you can't say I want to not work anymore because you're gonna get yelled at. He doesn't have to work anymore. He doesn't. He could do like 4 or 5 hour streams. He could still make a lot of
You know
money
what?
doing it.
This is sounding like big time jealousy.
Of course I'm fucking jealous. Of course I'm jealous. I want to be in a situation where I can only work for 4 or 5 hours, make a couple $1,000s, and be good. Of course, wouldn't you want to do that? He could literally go to like he could do travel streams where he could do whatever the fuck he wants and still make a lot of money. Of course. How the fuck are you not jealous?
Liberal arguments left and right. My
He's a
case is
fucking
closed.
liberal. I believe, bro, dude.
I should have captured every single word of this argument, and I would make a counter video and go. That's the start of my career.
Oh, you want to do fake? You want to do fake internet beef? Like, dude.
Me and you.
Oh, was it fucking diss track 2.0?
Yeah. Jesus. Off the rails.
Fun fact, we are like really good friends. Strangely enough, we argue all the time. We're still really good friends.
This is what we did all the time at ECP 11 Alpha. Let the crowd know what ECP stand for.
We do agree with each other though, right? To some extent. I do agree with you that in his line of work, like in his employment like situation, it might be like the hardest job he has. Just because I do believe that he kind of got away with not working in his like previous job. But that's just hearsay. And you probably do agree with me that he's kind of out of touch.
No, I don't agree with that.
Are you kidding me right now?
I'm not kidding you.
Okay,
this is the world. No.
I'm gonna keep this all in. Any final thoughts?
Go Hasan. Keep up the good work. Stream for as many hours you want because you're gonna make the money. And here I am gonna be working my blue collar job and suffering and wishing I was you.
Hey, well, that's it for me. Oh my god, I'm dying.